guys, welcome to the channel. This is Adam with ND72. So today, as you see, we got my SL55 AMG back up on the lift. So in the previous couple videos, we were doing a little bit of performance mods that were to make me go fast and to make the car just sound cooler with a little bit of whine. So we did a TCU and an ECU from VTEC. We did the intake design that I built. The car already had primary cats deleted, not secondary, whatever reason. And it has a 92mm Hellcat throttle body and ported snout full kit from VRP. Now I installed all that stuff in the last video. Plus we did a little bit of like, oh cool, like painted the engine bay, a little bit of surge tank, some valve cover gaskets. So if you want to watch any of those videos, just like literally go to my channel, like click the whole SL55 playlist, and you can watch all those videos. So in that took care of a lot of maintenance stuff, a lot of go fun fast stuff, and a lot of like cool, wow, the car's looking a lot better. So now we're going back into kind of, this next thing that I'm going to do is something that I've been wanting to do, and it's going to make the car look so much cooler, and it should add some performance, not horsepower, but other type of performance. So as you can see right here, I got the rims that originally were on my E55. These are not factory AMG rims. These are nothing like that, but they look so effing good. So now a little bit about these rims. These rims are like, you can get them off Tire Rack. Well, you get them off Tire Rack, and they're like $120 each. They look really cool. They were 18 by 8.5, and they had a couple other sizes. Now what I did find out is they actually have a 16 by 8 that looks exactly same company, same everything, 5 by 114 that will bolt up right to a rear. Now, the issue with that is you can't get them in the United States anymore, or at least I couldn't find them. So I found them in Germany and Italy. So I made a couple calls to my old friends, and I could get the rims. The rims would take me roughly 5 days to get here, but they weren't cheap anymore. Now they're roughly right under $300 shipped to my house, and that is with my killer shipping deal with an associate I still have over there. So that was $300 a rim. Now, I could have done that and kept it all looking cool and all looking nice, but now, the disadvantage of that kind of is, these are not the lightest rims ever. And some people just don't even care about lightness rims. Sorry about that. But I kind of do, because when you drop LBs on certain rims, you help the performance and everything. Help braking, help gas mileage, help 0 to 60, help everything. These rims, I think, don't quote me on that, but we will weigh this whole wheel and tire setup, are roughly 24 pounds. Now, that's not too bad, but that's not really good. This is an 18 by 8.5, and I know there's lighter rims out there. And if I'm spending $300 for the rears, I might as well get something that looks cooler, in my opinion, and drops the LBs a little bit. So, also what I was doing, now my rears aren't even these. I'll show you what my rears are right now. So the rears were just the same thing, a generic tire rack that looked similar to my front. They never were a perfect shape or a perfect match or a perfect color, but it was similar. Now these are 16 by 7.5 in the rear. Okay, so they look good, they kind of match the front, but it always just off a little bit, and also these are not light rims either. So what I did do is I got some lightweight rims, if you couldn't tell by the way I'm talking. So we're going to look at them over here. Now, these rims might look a little bit familiar. These are brand new. You know, I didn't just take them off another car. Kind of like, that's the other thing with these. These were not brand new. These were taken off the E55. Both front and rear, so the tires were used. Tire of this. The rims were a little bit banged up a little bit. But I did spend the money, because technically if I was just going to get the rears, like the fronts, it was going to be $600. So I could probably find a set of rims that are brand new for under that weigh a lot less. And I did. So I'm going to show you them right over here, because I already got tires mounted on them and everything. Bam! Okay, so what we got here is some Konig Hypergrams. So the color pattern they call it painted carbon and chrome on the outside. But man, they look so cool. So now the specs. These are a 5 by 114 bolt pattern, 18 by 8.5, and I got some brand new Pirellis from Tire Rack. So the good thing why I buy with Tire Rack a lot, if you're going to buy a rim and a tire, they mount and balance them for free and also give you lug nuts. So they sent me lug nuts to bolt it right up. It's balanced and mounted and everything perfect, so you have no worries. All for free, by the way. And then we got some 16 by 8.5. So now these are a 1/2 inch wider, and they're wrapped in my old, granted, they are old tires, 275/45 drag radial Toyo Proxy TQs. So the tires still got some good left on them. These are brand new, and also these tires are rated for, I think, right around 190 or I think it's 186 plus. So I'm perfectly good with top speed stuff on those tires. These maybe in like 6-7 months I'll go get another tire, but for the time being, they go right on. So with this wheel and tire package, I should be dropping quite a bit of LBs, and we're actually gaining a bigger footprint on the rear. So even with my Mercedes, with these tires were on, these 275s were on the traditional CLK 320 light rate rims. Those are a 16 by 7. So now we got a 16 by 8. So that's an extra inch of footprint on that tire. So that should help it with traction. These rims that were the 16s are actually, I think, 1.5 pounds heavier than my CLK ones. But you get that extra inch, so I'm going to take it as I'm going to get better traction. We add a little rotational weight. But the fronts should be about 10 to 12 pounds lighter. So now I have a heavier tire, but the rims are astronomically lighter than those. As long as everything bolts up to this car, we should be good. So we're going to start by pulling these old rims off, rolling over there. I'm going to weigh them just for my own poops and giggles, and then we're going to throw them on the car, and I'm going to show you what specs you kind of need, because I think I need like a 10 mil spacer or a 5 mil spacer, kind of make everything flush a little bit, which that's not a big deal, because also with these and with the CLK ones, I had a 20 mil spacer on there. So if I could chop that down at all, that's going to help out performance too. And I just don't like running spacers. So let's rip these old ones off and then see what they match up to the other ones with weight. Okay, now we got all 4 of the rims, we got 2 of the rims off. Let's start weighing them and see which one's actually lighter, how much of a benefit I'm going to make off of this. All right, so we got the old fronts. Yeah. And by the way, these still are a lot lighter than the 19s I took off before. So we're at 51.6. So we'll just call that 51.5. Get that over there. Now we're going to grab, this is the new front. Yeah. Oh man, this is already effing lighter. So 51.5. And the new stuff, come on, get on there, is 37.9. So we'll say that 38. So just in one front, that is a 13 and change pound difference. That is huge. And we didn't skip on the tires. These are Pirelli tires. They're 225, so they're not really any smaller. So we just lost 13 pounds on that side, plus the other side. So that's 26 pounds of rotational weight. So now someone in the comments put down below, I'm pretty sure you used to times it by like 4 or something. And the rotational weight, when you remove rotational weight compared to non-rotational weight, like stagnant weight, it is a huge difference. So right there, just off the nose of the car, we're removing 26 pounds. And I think they're going to look cooler. So now let's look at the rears and see what they are. Now I do know that the Mercedes ones will be lighter than these, but I didn't always rock out the Mercedes ones. Most of the time I rocked out these. So let's see how much lighter it is with those. All right, we got one of the rears. 45.5. Let's roll that right there. Now let's go with this one. Can't get it on there. 43.5. So we're rocking a 275 here and a 255 there, and we are still 3 pounds lighter on this setup. Now, like I said, the Mercedes ones were a little lighter, about like 1.5 pounds, but these still are pretty cool. So I think these rims are right under, like, it's right 14 pounds are the rims where the Mercedes ones are 13. Those must be a lot more. Those must be roughly 20. But now let's see if we could get them on the car. Okay, so now for the rear. Originally I had a 20 mil spacer with my studs. Now we're dropping down to a 10 mil spacer because I've been mocking these up, and it is pretty effing sunk in. Like, it's not hitting anything. You have so much effing more room in these fenders on the SL55s than I do on my E55. But fun fact, the E55 compared to my CLS55, CLS has more room too. So I don't know what's with the E55s, but I'm putting a 10 mil to kind of pull it out a little bit more. I don't want it to be like hanging out all the way over like on my A55. I want it to be pretty sunk in, but like a good balance. So we're going to try to just throw them on with these studs. They should be long enough for this setup, and see how it looks. Oh yeah, that goes right on. So we're going to get some lug nuts. So we got the lug nuts. We will get them on hand tight. And then kind of snug it up with the gun a little bit. And then spin it and make sure it's not hitting the caliber or anything crazy. But I already can tell you have a crap load of room. Like, I'll show you. I'll pull the camera in. That was one of my concerns is sometimes with 16-inch rims, you don't clear the caliber because these are 4-piston Brembos in the rear. But me looking right now, 100% clearing it. But let me not say that because I got bad luck sometimes. I'm like 85% sure it's going to clear. So we'll whiz it on and give it a good spin. Oh, also with any rims that you really kind of care about, I can't remember what these are called, but they're like rim sockets. They got this little plastic piece around them. You get them on Amazon. You get them tons of places. They're not that expensive, maybe 15 bucks, and it'll save your rims from getting scratched or help prevent it. Now it's time for the spin test. Everyone be quiet. Shh. Birds, dogs, animals. Oh yeah. That's going pretty easily. So that noise you're hearing is just the pad and rotor rubbing. Normally you'll hear grinding, and I literally can fit my finger in between the brakes. Let me pull you in for a closer look, but you can see how much room you got. Okay, so looking down by like the rotor area, or the caliber, yeah, you're not hitting anything. You are clearing on every effing aspect of that. In between there, like you have plenty of room. And then checking for the back, I don't know how much I'm going to show you, but oh yeah. I still could have sunk it in, let's see, this much more. That's probably not too accurate, but that's a good 20 mils that I could still sink this in if I want to go bigger tires than a 275. So if I want to do a 305, it'll fit really nice on this. So this one spins pretty nice, pretty happy. Let's go move into the front and make sure my fronts will fit with no weird spacers, nothing crazy. Okay, now kind of the big moment, because these are big boy 8-piston Brembo brakes up front. They're kind of big. So usually 18s do fit, but I have seen a couple times where if you get a not good quality or bad design or something, in my opinion, that's not the best 18, it might hit, but I'm hoping these won't. It should be good though. Looking pretty good. It's going on there. All right, let me get some lug bolts. So the lug bolts that Tyrex sent me are right here. They're supposed to be the proper concave for these, supposed to be the proper depth, everything. Now what I did is I added a 5 mil space in there just to pull it out a little bit, just in case. So let's line these up and get my gun. Okay, they're on there. They went in there pretty good. Now, I didn't crank it down with the gun on the front and rear. It's on the lowest setting. I just bumped it. I am going to torque these after, so 4-in-1 gets all that. But now let's see how... Oh, yeah, this is not touching anything. Pretty nice. And now, before people say something, you can easily see how much easier this one is to spin from the rear. This one has no, no friction except pad rotor. Rears, you're going to have friction because you have axle diffs and all that stuff. But for this to be able to spin with one finger and keep going, you are 100% perfect. Now, I probably didn't need that spacer, but just for me, peace of mind, I like to add that little spacer just to kind of make it come out a little bit more, and you're perfectly fine. And these studs, or these bolts, clear and everything. I am eventually going to upgrade my front to studs also. I just got to order them. It was just me being lazy. But I kind of like the chrome lugs. I don't know. But we're going to go throw all 4 of these on, drop it down, torque it, and see how it goes. Oh, wait. No, I don't think I got to check anything else. No, this one should be... Oh, you got plenty of room on this one. But so far, I'm pretty effing happy. So we're going to torque them all down, drop it, and then we'll pull it out and see how it looks in the sun. Because I think these are going to look pretty good. Okay, one last thing that I just kind of want to just for peace of mind. So Tyrex sent me these lugs. Okay, but I'm modifying it with a 5 mil. So what I had, ironically, is a 5 mil longer little lug nut. You see that? Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. So I'm going to replace the ones that Tire Rack gave me with these, and I'm going to go mic them out right now, and I'll tell you what they are. So the ones Tire Rack gives me are 20. I'm now going to go to a 25 millimeter, and that's measuring basically the shaft and all that stuff. You don't measure from the head up. Just for a little bit of safety. These did get 3 threads in there, but I just want a little bit extra, and it still shouldn't hit anything behind there. Don't go and put like a 45, but a 25 should be good. These are probably going to be safe, but just my own peace of mind, because I put that spacer in there, I'm going to go with these. Alright, now that I got all 4 of them on, I got my torque wrench, which I hate this torque wrench because it doesn't go click, click, click. Like it's not ratcheting, it's just a fixed wrench. But I got it lowered on the ground, not hitting the ground, just enough so the tires are there. And now I'll torque these and I'll go around to every tire. Hey guys, you guys got an SL55, an SL500, an SL600, SL65 with ABC suspension? You do? Are you tired of every time you come out just for a couple hours or a full night and your car is slammed down to the ground when it's not supposed to be? Me too, so I did something about it. Bam! This is what you need to get. A set of silver coilover conversion kits for the R230 chassis. This will help you with any of your ABC problems, completely delete the system, and drop a few LBs in the process. So if you want to look more into this kit or buy the kit yourself, you can go to silver-na.com, look up the R230 chassis. They also do custom spring rates for you. You just got to email and tell them what you want. They have a couple other extra stuff, like even a low setup, and a few other little things that are just like little add-ons that might make you a little bit happier. And this kit seems very good quality. I'm going to be super happy for it. And when you contact them, if you purchase it, just say you saw a little bit about them at ND72's YouTube channel. So we're out here and man, it is looking so good on those rims and tires now. I am super happy with it. I took it for a few test drives now. They're set at 30 PSI and I feel they still grip a lot better. And as you can see, like there's still some that I'm not like right here that much is not getting a footprint. So I could drop that PSI down a lot more and they will probably hook up a lot better, but I think they look so effing cool. Now the car's a little bit dirty because I had to go through some mud thanks to Pizza Hut, but it's looking pretty good. They look so good. Now the only stupid thing is those stupid little covers where they're right there. Those are really making it kind of an eyesore of the car, but it is what it is. I'm super happy with them. I think now they're actually making the car look a lot more modern and just pop more. Like, I am so excited. So if you remember, just to reinstate it, they're Hypergrams. So they're made from like Kong, and the type of rim they are is a Hypergram. We got 18.8.5 up front and 16.8 in the rear. So super happy with it. I'm hoping it's going to help me get a lot more traction down the road. And even if not, it just pops and look good. And now I know that all my tires are rated for well over 100 and change miles an hour. So I hope you guys like this video. I'm super stoked about it. Make sure you guys throw a comment down, throw a like down. And next what we're going to be doing, well, maybe the next video or anything like that, I want to figure out a way to get these tires to hook up better. So we're going to do some secret sauce we're going to be trying to make with. I've been working on a few mixtures of my own, just because if you ever look online, some of those preps are like 50, 60 bucks. I'm going to try to do one for roughly $10, $15. So we'll be doing that in the next coming videos. We got a lot more cool stuff coming up. We got more E55 stuff, SLK stuff, tons of stuff. But hopefully you guys like this video. Throw a comment down, throw a like down, throw a share down. Watch all my videos. Go back, see my SLK stuff, see my E55 stuff, and I'll catch you guys later.
Ah.